So good morning. I'm at Middlegate, starting out the morning and driving home today, Sunday. And on the way home, I was planning on stopping at a place called Project Shoal, which is just a couple of miles to the west of here. And it's a place where in 1963, October 23rd, 1963, they detonated a nuclear bomb, a 12.5 kiloton nuclear bomb underground over there too. I believe they did it to test some geological testing and so on. And you can visit the site, and I think that's pretty cool, right? Modern history, things like that. And I was just getting gas here, and I told the guy, this fella at the gas station, that I was going there. And it turns out that he's kind of like a local historian. He knows a lot about it, written about it in newspapers and things like that. And those are just the things that I like about these small places. You just talk to people and you get so much information about what there is to see locally. It's unbelievable, right? So he gave me a bunch of tips on it and told me a little bit about it. So I'm going to go there, I'm going to shoot a video about this site. So it's called Project Shoal, October 23rd, 1963. And it's just a couple of miles to the west of Middlegate here. So it'll be a good little side quest on the way home, right? So that's where we're heading first. We'll shoot a little bit of a video from there and see what it looks like now. It's a beautiful morning out there. There's nobody on the road. It's what, 6:23, 68 degrees. So I'm just passing Westgate right now. You can see some ruins up there. It's from the Westgate mill. So they used to mill some ore over here. You can still see that really fine powder there. It's the end product, I guess, after the milling. That's what they then try to leach the gold and silver and copper out of. Anyway, should be a nice and easy drive down to Project Shoal. Here we'll pass a couple of interesting places along the way. See our first car in the morning. There you go. People are up early too. It's been a fantastic weekend. Yesterday's trip was the first longer trip I've done on the bike. I probably did about 300 miles on it. And man, let me tell you, my behind hurt a little bit after that. And it was hot yesterday. It was about 102, 103 at the end in the afternoon. And I actually had to take a break. I found a tree just before I rolled into Austin, Nevada, and I had to sit down. I took about a 45-minute break in the shade. I drank some water and just relaxed. Had the bike cool down a little bit. It was really, really hot in the afternoon. So something to think about, but beautiful sights. I mean, the gravel road from Berlin down to Tonopah was fantastic. A lot of soul out there, and then from Tonopah up to Austin too, with a little side quest to Kingston, was fantastic too. And there's some majestic peaks back there, just unbelievable. And a lot of little campgrounds and things too. So there's a lot to explore there. Going camping as well, taking the time. So. Pretty cool place. I'm not going to pull over today, but I'm taking some pictures here. Maybe I'll throw one in the video too. It's, I don't know if that's a water sister or something. It says Nowhere, Nevada. It's Nevada, all right. They have a sign up in the bar that says you might call it nowhere, but we call it home, right? You'll meet some of the friendliest people over there, I'm telling you. Coming up on the turn, see what it says, 839. Mine road. There are mines everywhere out there. Government land and mines. So this site isn't particularly hard to find, not in the beginning anyway. The last kind of few hundred feet there, I'll show you guys, it could be a little hard to find. It's easy to take the wrong road there right at the end, but we'll get it straight. I'll take it easy on this gravel around here. There's a lot of it. Now you can actually see that mock airfield over there. It's right on the side of the mountain over there. And so I think the first site right up ahead there is the maintenance station, and then behind that I think that's a mock town, to be honest, but they probably used for the same purpose, right? Training purposes. So we turn down to 839, and it should be a few miles down the road here is where the turnoff is at. What a beautiful morning, look at that, huh? 77 degrees. A little bit better than 102. That vehicle park right here. I can't really make out what it is. Old tanks. There's some Bradleys down there. Some engineering vehicles here with the blades here closest to us. That's a lot of it. A little bit of an aviation buff. I like stuff like that. And I was in the army back home. I was in the army in Sweden for 9 years, close to 10 years. And when I was in the officer school, they had testing to become a pilot. I think they did it every other year. You pretty much only had one shot to go and do it, right? And I think the way I remember it was they had the same testing for helicopter pilot and Air Force pilot, fixed wing, the first kind of testing round. And they did it every other year. So you could go, when I was in school, it was on a Wednesday. So this is your one shot in 2 years, or one shot in your career to do it, essentially, right? But on Wednesday afternoons, we used to go hang out with this group of college girls. So you have the option, right? Are you gonna take the pilot testing, like you have one shot to do, or you're gonna go and hang out with the college girls on Wednesday? So it was an easy choice, right? I missed the pilot testing and I hung out with the college girls as well. So back in the army I stayed for another 6 years after that. But that's okay, I got to fly later on anyway, because that's how I ended up in the States. And I was in pilot training in the Bay Area. And then after that I switched careers. But sometimes people ask me, tell them that story because it's funny. They ask me, oh, well, don't you regret it now? But you know what? Let's say that I made it, which I probably wouldn't have anyway. But let's say I did, I probably wouldn't be here today, right? My life would have taken another course and I would have ended up somewhere else. And I'm happy where I'm at right now. I'm happy with my life. And things couldn't be better. So at the end of the day, it was a good decision anyway. That was a good Wednesday. So we're looking for the turnoff. It's going to be right after this little support station right here. It's going to come up to the right, and the road is going to head up right through the mountains there, and the site is just on the other side of that ridge. So like I said, you can't really miss this first turn because it's like the only turn for miles that you have on your right hand side. But as you go closer to the site, there's actually a possibility that you'll miss it because the road to the actual site where the plaque is, it's kind of small and it's easy to miss. It's easy to take a first turn over there. So support station, about a quarter mile. Third road to your right. And here we go. Alrighty, take a quick stop. Going to switch to gravel. Here we go. Do you love that? Alright. Up in the mountains we go. Saying, so what did the guy tell me? 1963, October 23rd, they detonated the bomb here. We'll read the plaque when we get closer. It says, you know, the depth and the kilotons and everything. I think it was 12.5 kilotons, which isn't much in nuclear bomb sizes, but it's a hell of a blast anyway. Underground, you don't see anything really on top except for some of the support things. You got the plaque, you got some bells, there's probably some remnants of the grandstands left there. And it's just one of those things. I think it's interesting, modern history, right? They have these sites in and around where you live, and you might not know about it, you know. It's just, and it's not that long ago, 1963, right? And even though it's not anything really to see, I mean, if I've never been to, well, I've been here at one time before, but how cool is that? You're going to a site where they actually set off a nuclear bomb. I mean, how often is that gonna happen, right? And I actually brought something with me today. I brought a Geiger counter. So we're gonna see if there's any radiation at the site, which I know there isn't, because they've been here, they actually removed a bunch of soil and some clay and stuff like that. So I believe the guy at Millgate told me they were here in 1996, and cleaned the site up and removed some clay, and it wasn't because there was radiation in it. They actually removed it because it had diesel fuel in it. They use diesel as a lubricant when they drill the wells, right? And even though it's pretty remote out here, you don't want that stuff sitting in the groundwater, right? Anyway, I got the Geiger counter, anywho, so we're gonna check it out. See if it gets some readings off of it. I believe it does say though that you're not allowed to bring any soil from the site, so I'm certainly gonna make sure I don't do that. I don't know what's on my shoes, I guess. So coming up the canyon, it's pretty neat. Nice little drive up here. Getting warmer too, 81. When I get up there too, I'm going to shoot some. I'm not going to do any driving around. I don't know what the state of the roads are up there, and I don't want to go out on the limb of roads I don't know anything about on the bike, not just yet anyway. But I have my drone with me, so I'm going to fly the drone over to some of the sites. The drone has pretty good range, so I can take that over to the grandstand site and some other places, so we can fly around and see what we can see on that. And I cut that into the video. Man, it's a great place for an ambush, huh? Glare from my screen right in my face right there. And I think I read that some people put a matted screen on top of that big screen right there just for that purpose. And I have one at home actually, but I didn't want to mess around with it just yet until I experienced myself, and I just did. Now my whole vision is full of those dots right now, so I can see why they want to do that. It's also hard to read when you get the sun like that in behind you. So I think this is the first fork in the road right here. We're going to hang a right, and you see that big white marker up there. I believe that's up there with the grandstands, right? I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely a big marker up there. So first fork in the road, take a right. And I believe this is up here is where people take the wrong turn. I'm going to go a little further up here. Get a little sound there. Take it easy. There we go. That's a nice road though. It's fun. Easy. people often make a mistake here, I've heard. They hang a right here, thinking that the site is up there, but it's not. Just keep going straight down here, and I'll show you the turnoff. Turnoff is right here, and I know you can barely see it, and there's some loose sand here. There we go. Here's the site, and there's the plaque. All right, okay, get the neutral, get off the bike, and we're here, folks. Project Shoal. Look at that sun, huh? All right, we're at the Project Shoal site. There's a plaque right here. 12 kiloton nuclear device. Now at October 26, not 23 like the guy said. So it was conducted underneath here at a depth of 1,211 feet. So this is pretty cool, right? So you can go up here. So literally, I'm at ground zero of a nuclear blast. I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? I don't know if that's often you get a chance to do that. So I'm going to get my Geiger counter out and see if there's any radiation left, which there probably won't be, right? But we'll check it out. Got my bike. I think that white marker over there is where the grandstands were at, but I'm not sure. It could be over here too, maybe. We'll figure it out. So I got my nuclear radiation detector out. Let's see. It's ticking though. I'll move it around a little bit. That's by the plaque. Let's see if this thing is over here. It's right here. Now I don't know what the regular background radiation should be around here. So it's hard for me to tell, but anyway, we're testing it. I'm going to move it away a little bit here. It says it's a little lower back here. When I come home, I got to study up on these things. I just brought it because I thought it was kind of fun. I'm going to put it back here. It says 0.18 over there, or back here. It's 18 again. Move it back here again. It's 18 again. Anyway, it's kind of fun. I'm going to try to move it around a little bit in the site here. Like I said, it's been cleaned up, so not expecting anything, but it's kind of fun to check it out. It's 14 here. I'm going to try this little pile over here, see what that says. So I'm getting ready to leave the site here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Project Shoal. So I was just going to end with, you know, this virus situation is obviously tragic, right? But if there's one thing that it's brought that is actually positive, since it's much harder to travel to, you know, fly abroad and these things, I would recommend anybody, like, go and explore your backyard, right? Go and explore around where you live. You do a little research, there's so much to do. Even in a town like Reno, tons of things to do. Go rock hounding, go and discover old mining camps, go find places like this. Just go out and hike, go to Tahoe. There's so much to do, and I like to explore places that are less traveled, so you can see. And you don't have to do that, you can do other things too, but I think that's something that we can take with us, is just try to do something in your backyard instead. Try to find something about history maybe. Like I said yesterday, I was at the Berlin dinosaur site, got the t-shirt, wearing it now. This is a good opportunity to do things like that instead, right? So today, this morning, beautiful morning, July 12th, 2020, I was at ground zero of a nuclear blast right here, just about, what, 2 hours east of Reno. So again, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see what we come up with next time, and stay tuned. Thank you.